Okay, so today's Sunday again, and I can't stop thinking about two roses I saw last week, and I mentioned them in last week's video. So I've come to see if they still have them, and if they have them, I am going to get them and be very naughty and purchase them. I've been on a no spend thing for the last couple of months, but yeah, I think I might get them. They've been on my mind the whole week. So let's go see if they actually still have them. There wasn't many left of a lot of them, so we'll see. And I've brought my son along, Logan, with me, so this time. So let's go in and see if they're still here. Woohoo, they still have some of these ones left, so I'm going to try and pick a good one. That one's not it.
How do you know if they're a good one?
Just looking for something that's fairly healthy.
How can you tell by looking at it though?
Well, I think any that's thicker is a good idea.
Okay. So the one behind the one you're grabbing then?
Probably, but see, also you want to make sure there's no rotten bits, that it's not falling away.
Rotten bits. Or not?
No, it feels good, but yeah. And see how this one's got a few buds on it too, so that's probably a good sign that it's healthy. This one does look good though, I think, yeah. Except the top there is a bit rotten.
Oh, it is.
But you can cut that off.
Is that purple snow peas?
Oh, I'm getting caught on the thorns.
Are you good?
Yeah. Can you just hold this? I might have a look at the ones at the back.
Might as well.
This one looks alright. Although the top of that doesn't look good either. That one looks okay.
Yeah.
The one at the back looks okay too, except it's got this top also not good. I think...
Ow!
You right?
Yeah, I just wasn't paying attention and hit my finger on the...
I don't think that one. The thorns look a bit brown.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the thicker one we're talking about looks the best.
I think so too, and I'll just cut off the top of that.
I reckon that's the best one.
And I'll just, cut off the top.
Yeah, I can.
Either that or this one, which was the first one that I pulled out. But I think this one actually...
Yeah, I think it's nice.
Yellow and peachy coloured.
Yeah, I think that's a really nice rose. Yeah, they all... I don't know, the one in the middle probably looks the best.
That one?
Yeah.
That's the one I was looking at actually. I think better than this one, because this one looks a bit dead there too.
Yep.
I think if I can reach it without getting...
Oh. You know, I think it's a beautiful flower. I don't see much harm.
I'm already getting two. That one looks... I think maybe the one at the back, although that looks a bit...
What are you thinking?
I think this one looks healthier, but then they've got the three together. That one's probably a little bit better.
But
I don't know.
I don't know. You're the plant expert.
I think I'll go because it's all upright too.
Alright. Do you need me to carry anything?
What do you think? I don't know. Or this one? No. Or maybe this one. No, I'll go this one.
Okay.
It's beautiful and sunny outside, but it's only 9 degrees, so it's quite cool today. But let's get outside. I need to do some jobs out here. I started last week and I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad I did it last week because it put me in such a good mood. So it got me out of the funk last week that I was in. So I just need to get out here and get some things done, and especially now I bought those roses, I need to pot them up. And so let's get some jobs done, and I need to redo that garlic too. When I said I was going to come back out on Monday and Tuesday, but it ended up pouring rain all week, so there was no way I could get out here and get those garlic out, which is a shame. I ran out of time last Sunday and it got dark, because they would have done really well with the rain after separating them. But anyway, can't be helped, so I'm going to do the garlic. I'm going to pot up those roses I bought, and I'm going to prune a bit of a hedge that's in my driveway and keeps scratching my car. So let's get to it. Okay, so I can't unfortunately hold this while I'm doing what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to have to show you a before and after. So this is my hedge. Well, it's not my hedge, it's the neighbour's hedge. And when I come down to get in my car, it gets me, and then you can't really tell from back there, but there's so many of these ivy type. Oh, I've got a little spider on me, far out. Ivy that scratches the side of my car. I mean, it's pretty soft, but still. So I'm going to cut all these off so that I can move my car up without getting hit all the time. Okay, so it's all tidied up. I really would like to get rid of all of that, but it's enough room for me to get up and get into the car without it scratching. And I've got this all trimmed back again. Sorry, I'm really sneezing today. I think I'm getting cold, so my nose is a bit runny and snuffly. But yeah, looks better. Now I'm going to go around. I filled that up and squashed it down. Now I'm going to go around the other side and do that mint that I've been promising to do for ages. So if you've forgotten, this is the mint mess that's around the side here. So yeah, I just need to try and get in and clean all that out, which I'm about to do. So I kind of had a bit of a accident there. Now I've got to clean up all this soil. I kind of accidentally knocked over this one while cleaning up under it, but anyway, we'll get that sorted too. So I pulled out all the mint and I swept it up, and then I've just poured boiling water on what was left and what I couldn't pull up, so hopefully that'll kill the rest of it. We went to, it's getting late. I'm going to be lucky to have time to plant these roses now. I have to put this back, but we went to Mitre 10 to get some potting mix for the roses, and Logan, I'm teaching him well. He saw this rose and he's like, "Mum, can we get that? It's so beautiful." So it's Gallipoli centenary rose, and I agree, it's very beautiful. So Logan picked out this rose and so now I've got another one to pot up, but it looks really pretty and it'll be really nice as well. So yeah, we'll get those potted up. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to pot up the roses correctly. If you've never potted bare-rooted roses before, or even planted them in the garden bed, there's a set way that you are meant to do it to keep it, well, to give it the best chance. And my nan taught me this, and she was very good at moving roses and having them survive. And now is the perfect time of year to do it, in the cool when they're dormant, and that's why we get bare-rooted roses to plant out now, because they're dormant and it's not going to kill them or affect them as much. But you'll see, I'll try and film it as I'm going, but there is a correct way to build up the soil underneath the plant when you repot them. So I'll take you through that now. Okay, hopefully you can see this. So in preparation, I've just put a little bit of soil into the base of the pot, and I've built up a mound in the middle. And so what you want to do is sort of make it like a pyramid in the middle. I'll get out the rose, and I'll be able to change it according to each plant's needs. So I'm just getting this set up and then change it as we go. Okay, so I've just pulled the tag off this one. This one's the wedding rose, and inside you'll see there's some newspaper around the ball of the plant. So then we just take it out of the plastic bag. Hang on. Trying to do this one-handed is not going to be very easy, but I might have to put you down, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently pull the rose out of the bag over the pot, so that if any soil or anything falls out, it'll fall into the pot. And it's good to have a little bit of the soil that it comes with mixed in with what you're planting it into, so that it can become acclimatized to the soil that's in the pot as well without having too much shock. So I don't think I can do this one-handed, so I'll just have to put you down for a second. Okay, so I've just taken it out of the bag. It's wrapped in newspaper, so then over the pot I would gently unwrap this and then put it into the pot. Okay, so all the soil and that has come off, and as you can see it's kind of got a Y shape, and that's the point of building it up in a pyramid, because we want the soil to touch the middle of the Y up the top here. Sorry. So we want the soil to touch up here. So what we're going to do is gently lay this down the side of the pot and build up the soil in the middle so that it's touching up here, but then have the roots going down the side of the pot, if that makes sense. Okay, so I've kind of got that set in now, and I've just gently put the roots down the side and they've placed some soil over them. And I do need to build up some more soil underneath the root ball in the middle. Also making sure that the top of where the plant was in the pot, so you can see the line where it's really dark, you want that to be your soil line now in the pot or in the ground. So you want to make sure that that's also at an appropriate height to your pot. Okay, so we want to not bury it more than what it was already buried. Okay, so now we're done for this one. I've got 3 more to do. Yeah, and I've kept it below the soil line where it was before. Just take that dirt out. With this one, we've got a couple of dead bits, so I'm just going to take them off. If you remember when I bought this one, this is a wedding one. So what I'm actually going to do is I might actually bring it down a bit further than this one, because that's a bit close to the bottom where it's dead. So we just want to take it off just above and at a little bit of an angle. Okay, so then we've got oh, that's a thorn. I thought that was a bud, but anyway, we'll leave it there. There's a little bud down here. See how that goes. If I need to take more off, I can. This one also had a bit of a dead spot, and it's got just this bit there, which is not focusing on. So I'm just going to do the same. I need to get a bit of grip with that. There we go. And that one I'll give a water in and it should be fine. I might leave the tags on it just for a little bit so I know which rose is which. I'll come back when they're all done. I think it'll be easier. Okay, so I've just potted up this one. This is the bridal bouquet. I have taken off some of the dead stem that was there, but I couldn't take off as much as I wanted because I was going to damage that one, but I have managed to reduce it anyway. But it also has some up the top that need cutting off. Whoever did these cuts didn't do a very good job. So I'm just going to take off the tops of both of these as well, down to like a budded area, so that it can hopefully grow well in the season. So you can see on this side there's a bud about here, so I'm just going to take it off above there. You want it on a little bit of an angle, you don't want it completely flat. Now I'm just trying to see where a bud is on this side. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe down there is a good bud site where a branch is going to come out the side. So I'm just going to take it off just above that, again on an angle. There we go, that's the second one done. Okay, this is the joyfulness one, and I'm actually going to take out this third stem in the middle because it's very close, and you want a lot of airflow with roses so that they don't get black spot. What I'm actually going to do is take that middle one out, and I'm actually going to just put it in another pot and see if it will grow shoots and grow. I might actually get 2 roses from it. So, and I'm going to tidy up the tops as well. They're not the best. See if I can get a close up. Yeah, see, that one needs tidying up. At least they cut that one on an angle, but it's getting a bit of deadness above it, so I'm going to cut that off, and I'm going to bring that one down also to where the bud is, a bit closer. I've just noticed this one that I was going to just chop up the top is actually all the way dead, so I'm going to take it down to, actually I might even take it all the way down to this one rather than the one above it, because the one below is an outward facing bud, and you want the leaves and the stems to grow out, not into the center where it can get rot. So I might actually take it all the way down to the second one. Okay, now it looks uneven, but that is a better option. I really should not have that one growing out and take it also down to that one, but I don't want to do too much damage to it, and I'll just leave it for now. Okay, so the leftovers of the joyfulness one. Let's see if they grow any roots and survive. Why not? Doesn't hurt to try. Sometimes it works. You would think for Sunday the cars would stop. You're just so busy now. So I've done the roses, that's the joyfulness one, and I've planted the bits I cut off behind it. And then I've got the Emma Bronte one in the front that I bought last weekend, and the wedding rose, the Gallipoli one Logan liked, and the bridal bouquet. So I've got to clean up that too, obviously. That all fell over because of storms, because the wind through here just knocks everything over, but yeah, it's not the best spot for them, but I'll just leave it for now. It's actually getting dark again. You can't really tell, but yeah. And I'm sneezing up a storm, so hopefully I'm not getting too sick. And I have to clean up the rest of this. Yeah, I'll have to clean up the rest of this tomorrow. Still didn't get to the garlic. I'll try again this week. And yeah, use the leftover potting mix to plant up the rest of the garlic, because there's actually like 4 cloves, so there's another 40 shoots of garlic. I planted out that much last weekend. So it's the most garlic I've ever grown, 80 cloves. But we'll see how that goes. All right, come back later. So I'm in the sun, sorry for squinting. But I have a sick child home today, so I'm home from work. I've just hung out the washing, and it's quite cool outside. It's like 8 or 9 degrees, but I've just hung out some washing because it is sunny and there's a bit of a breeze blowing. But as I was hanging out the washing, I found some more garlic cloves. So that's going to be like 80, 90 cloves of garlic that I'm going to have to plant. So I've already planted half of that. So I thought I might just come out and get them done now while I'm here. So I'll show you the second lot I just saw. So I'm not sure if you can see them poking up out of that pot there, but there's another clove. That's another head that must have got left behind last year, and it's also growing. So I'm going to have to plant that out as well. And I don't think I have enough space for all these garlic cloves. So now it's even worse. That's at least 3 heads in there. And then as I was coming up, I also noticed in this pot, I don't know who put this pot in this one, but we'll get that out. Oh, But there's another, well, that one looks okay. It only seems like a single one. But that one's a few, and then some mold or something, a fungus in there. So yeah, there's quite a lot of garlic cloves to plant. Okay, so it's quite a nice day outside. I've been working out here transplanting all the garlic plants, and I'm glad I came outside because even though I'm home with a sick child, I was starting to feel sick sitting around with him, so I came out to hang out the washing and then thought, oh, it's such a lovely day, even though it's only like 9 or 10 degrees. The sun is beautiful, and I thought, and I'm actually warm. I think I might take my jumper off. But yeah, I thought, oh, I might come out and do those garlic while I have the day home and get that done. So let's take you around all of the garlic plants that I now have. And I'm thinking that the ones that were up the back that didn't grow well, I was really disappointed because I planted them all out last year and then they just didn't grow. And I don't know if it was because the wallaby just came along and ate them, and so they didn't grow, but they survived and now they're growing this year. And I've had, I don't know how many heads, it probably would be around 10 heads of garlic or so. So that's a lot of garlic, and I only just started growing garlic 2 years ago. It was something I'd never done before, and so last year, the first year was a complete success and I did really well with them. And then last year I got a few heads but nothing much, and they just didn't do very well. So yeah, so I'm still learning with it, and I wasn't planning on growing this much garlic this year. In fact, I wasn't going to grow any because of how it didn't work last year and the thought that, you know, we might be moving. So I didn't worry about it, but now I have like 100 garlic plants or something like that. So let's take you for a tour. And yeah, and I'm happy. You might have just saw I have a clothesline full of washing, so it's always nice. I don't know if you're the same, but I try and leave all of my washing until sorry about my finger, the weekend, and then I just do it all in one go. I find that works better for me than spreading it out over the week. But if I'm ever home during the week, and it's a sunny day like this, especially in winter, because I don't have a dryer, yeah, I take full advantage of that. And I've got, after, you know, today's Wednesday, so only 2 days at work and school, I have a full line full of clothes. But anyway, I'll show you the garlic. So starting from up here, now you're not going to see all of the cloves because some of them are planted underneath, as they were full heads and only showing a few plants in each head. Hello, Smokey. You won't see in the pots all of the garlic plants, so hopefully they all grow. Hey, what you doing? Yes, it's a beautiful sunny day, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes. No, good boy. All right, so we've got a pot full there. These are the ones I planted out the other weekend. Sorry, Smokey, but I'm going to have to keep walking. Yeah. And then these pots I haven't planted a lot in because they kind of got infested with ants and have ants' nests in them. So, oh, I think I forgot to water this one actually. So I'll come back and water this one. I've watered all the other pots. Oh no, maybe I did. It's just dry. Yep, no, I did. Just looks a bit dry. So that one's full. And yeah, I did plant a lot closer than what I normally would, but that's because I don't have that many pots. So as I said, you won't see many in that one, but there is a full pot in that one. There's a couple in this one with the onion, only one in that one. So these are all full. So I don't know if anybody's counting, but I'm not. I'll have to try and do that. But they're all of them have garlic and full of garlic. And you can't see, as I said, every single clove, but there is a ton. And I'll pause you for a second. Oh no, it's all right. I'll just walk you up here. So this one's full. And the wallaby came and ate this one the other day. So I'm not very happy about that, or a possum or something did. So that's what I'm wondering, if that's what happened. Okay, the only way to get up to my backyard now, because these are just taken over, is through the hedge. So then we have this and that pot. And so this is where I found a lot more today. When I was hanging out the washing, I could see them peeking through. And as I said, all these pots are full. You just can't tell with all of them because some of the clothes were too small. And then up here and here, but wait, there's more. And this one as well. So this one's around the side. And if you were with me on the weekend, well, actually, this will be earlier in the video, I planted out the bare-rooted roses and I've just moved them over towards this part here. More because I don't like them right there because it's really close to the footpath and road. So if anyone saw them and wanted to take them, I know it sounds petty, but I know that there is a lot of plant theft around. But as I move them over, I'm very excited because I only planted them on Sunday. It is now, did I get that right? It's now Wednesday. And so look at the growth already in a few days. And I just gave them a water just now when I did the garlic cloves. This one hasn't grown anything, but this one is also growing a little bud and leaf there, and another one over there is a bit more. So that one's looking good too. Yeah, and there's another bit there. And then over here, we've got up the top, there is some coming off and looking healthy, and all the way down, and even down the base down there. So that's very exciting. And this one, yeah, up the top I think is the only one, but yeah. Oh no, there's some on that side too. So this was the one I cut off in the middle, and it's already shooting out those sides, so that's really good. That's the Emily Bronte one, isn't it? The one I got 2 weeks ago. So the last week's video, you would have seen that one. Oh, and I didn't tell you, but on the weekend I forgot to water this too. I might actually come back and water this. These are I kept calling them, I was going to call them peonies just then, pansies, and I kept calling them petunias last week. But the wallaby ate it all down in the pot. So on Sunday as well, I didn't show you, but I transplanted them here as well. And I might actually quickly go and get some water and water that one because I forgot about that. Okay, so I just watered those plants, and I'm just going to finish off one more job outside before I head in. I could do a lot more out here, but I don't want to spend too long out here. Yeah, so my son is homesick, so I'll finish this job off and then I'll go inside and do some jobs while he's there, make him some lunch. So anyway, I have 2 trees here. I have a nectarine and a peach, and they just have not done well since I bought them. And I just weeded the pots again, and there's a ton of suckers coming off the bottom. So for now, I'm just going to prune off those suckers and get rid of them, and then I'm just going to mulch the pots with some leaves and hope that's enough. But I'm just looking at my peach tree and it looks dead. So, turn you around. So I'm not sure if you can tell, but I mean, it did kind of dry out this summer. Like I said, I did my shoulder and it was quite hard for me to water everything. And the tops of these are not very healthy looking. So that's looking quite sick. But then down here it doesn't look too bad. It starts to change a little bit. So I'm actually thinking I might just prune these back to where they look thicker and not wrinkled. And this middle one, I think I might even just take that out because it looks wrinkled all the way down. And that one doesn't, it looks a bit wrinkled too up the top. So I don't know, maybe I'll just leave them. Maybe I'll take them out. Let's see if I can scratch the bark. Hang on. Yeah, it's not looking good. They've just never done well, and I wish I could plant them, but I can't. See, that's all brown on the inside. So is that, even where it looks healthier. I might just leave it. I might prune out the middle one. And I might just leave those two because I don't want to be wrong and then take out just a, branch that I don't need to. I might, I don't know. I think I'll definitely take out the middle one. I'll take off the suckers. I'll mulch it and we'll see how it goes. So my whole point for bringing you up here was to show you the suckers. So this is from the grafted point. You can see that that's where it's thick there. Here is where it was grafted onto the stock. So these are all the root stock coming up, and it's a bit hard to get to because this one's all under the ground, but I'm just going to take these all off because they're draining resources from the main plant and they all look healthy. So yeah, I'll cut all these off, mulch it, give it a good water, and see what happens over the winter and keep an eye on it. I might be lucky. I might have some shoots come back. I mean, it is only the end of June now, so you never know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so all you do is grab some secateurs and just try and cut them off as low as you can. I mean, ideally, if I could get underneath there and find the base of it and prune them off, that would be ideal. But we'll just take them all off because we do not want that growing. Oh, that's thick. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to do this individually. I don't know if there's any paint to sort of put on them to get rid of the suckers, but I don't know. I seem to remember my grandfather doing that with lemon trees, putting something on it, tar or something, a long time ago. Yeah, and I think I'll definitely take out this middle one regardless. Just trying to record this while I'm giving it to you. Where is it? So what do you reckon? Do you reckon that's dead? I think so. But it's whether these other two will survive. Hopefully they will, but regardless, I think that middle one coming off will not do it any harm. Okay, that's one. That was the peach. This is the nectarine, and again, it's not doing as well either. this one's dead, this branch, so I'll take that off. And that one. I might take that off as well. And that. And I might even take off that middle one again too, because I mean they all look kind of dead at the top. This one in particular is too. I'm going to take that off, I think. And then we've only got 2 left that don't look very healthy, but we'll see. Oh, you know what? No, I'll take this off here where it looks dead, and then I'll take this one off. Where does that look dead? Yeah, we'll cut it off there. That's facing in though. I don't want an inward facing one, but I'm just going to deal with it right now, and next year cut it off differently if it survives. Okay, I've done that. Oh, sorry. Not very good camera work. All right, so again, this one's got the graft. Just cut that one off up here, and lots of dead ones. I mean, lots of suckers, sorry, underneath coming up. So I'll take them off. There we go. And that's that too. Okay, that's up below the graft, so I'll take that off. So I'll just clean that up. I'm just rethinking it, and I'm thinking I might just do this where it's dead. I'm just going to cut it down here actually, because this looks dead-ish until about here, and that was brown there. So I'm just going to cut this here to an outward facing bud. And if I've cut too much off, you know what? It won't matter. It'll grow back if I've done that. But if it survives because I've done that, then that's a good thing. What am I going to do with this one? I might actually just do it to there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad there, hopefully. Just cut that off because that's obviously dead. And we'll just... Oh dear, I don't know if this is going to survive. At the end of the day, I can get another one, but if this helps it survive, then it helps it survive. I've just chopped down a $50 plant to not much. Oh well, let's get some leaves onto the pots. Alright, so I've just filled that up with leaves, and it's a mix of leaves, and some of it was already breaking down, so that's really good. That should add some nutrients, good nutrients into that pot. So hopefully it'll come back even better this spring. Let's hope so, fingers crossed. Yeah, but it's definitely time for me to go back in. It's 12:15 and my son just came out looking for some food. So I better go in and make him some lunch. I might just take that off too, because they choke the trees. It's a dwarf nectarine, but I might leave it. Maybe I'll just sit it in. Oh no, I'll take it inside actually. I'll put it in my box and then I'll know what it is. So anyway, that's a few jobs done. So all that garlic planted, which I've been meaning to do for 2 weeks nearly. So that's all good. I've got washing out. It's a beautiful, windy, sunny, cool day.
So that should be dry in no time. And yeah, I've pruned those fruit trees and weeded the pots. I've still got the raspberries to do, but that can maybe be a weekend job. Tell you what, on the weekends I have so many jobs that I just can't get to everything, so feels good to have those few things checked off. And yeah, if I get time later on this afternoon, I might come out and do the raspberries. I also don't think they've survived either. They look quite sick. And again, that's because I just could not get out here to water things this summer. So we'll see how it goes. It's one less thing to move, I suppose, if they've died. So I can always start again at the new place. So we'll just see what happens.